Allan was a friend. I'm honored to have him call me a friend. He was just always right on top of everything. He welcomed me into the American Legion when I first came. He wasn't there all the time, but whenever he saw me, he would say, "Hi, Mrs. American Legion. How are you doing today?" And so if we wanted something done, we would come and ask him. And he says, yes, we would be more than willing to help you out in whatever instance it might be. And I enjoyed watching him each Memorial Day for the Memorial Day service as the MC. He was right on top of it. He kept saying he's getting too old for this, but he would go ahead and give in and be the MC. I was going to actually start his 100th birthday party preparations. I was going to talk to his son Doug yesterday actually, but he beat us to it. He's in a better place now, so we miss you, Allan, and we just thank you for your service and for what you have done for the West Bend community.
Okay, well, we loved Allan Kieckhafer like everyone else did, but you know what? I think there should be an 11th commandment: honor thy memories. And one more thought. Now there's another angel in heaven. Look out, here he comes.
Allan was an extremely charming and lovable man. Everybody loved him, and we're going to really miss Allan.
Sure, Allan was a great guy, great Christian friend, mentor, philanthropist. I know he gave a lot to Blood Center of Wisconsin, was a great leader of the Post, and as a former commander of Post 36, we will deeply miss Allan and his contributions.
Saddened by Al's death, but what an inspiration he's been to me over the years. Being on the Memorial Day committee for such a long time, wherever I went, he seemed to be there. I know he loved the honor flight when he went on that a few years back, and the community service that he's done, especially at UWWC, being on that. He was just a great guy and quite an inspiration for me to keep on going. At 99, he was still full of life and ready to go. So we're saddened by it, but we're glad to have known him. And what an honor it is for me to have known such a hero.
Well, Allan was one of the founders of Troop 80 back in the day, which became Troop 780. We've always been here at Fifth Avenue Methodist Church. He always showed up for our Court of Honors and was always supportive of Scouts, both at the local level as well as the council level.
You know, Allan, one of my favorite things about Allan were the stories he told. He could captivate an audience. He was incredible. He was one of the most generous, kind-hearted individuals. He was a huge supporter of Cedar community. He will be dearly missed by this community, and our blessings and our wishes and deepest sympathies to his family.
My heart is breaking today. He was just an amazing man. You know, he was committed to community, to people, to the museum, and we loved it every time he came in the building. One of the things I think that sort of struck me most about Allan, and this was sort of revealing about his, humanity, is that every time you'd have a conversation with him, he'd end up talking about his family or his beloved wife, Jean. And they were just so important to him, and I just admired that about him so much. But his contribution to the museum, it was transformational, not only with this great new building we have today, but with the gardens. So he helped build this for the community, and every summer the gardens bloom, and every time I see those hydrangea in bloom, I'm gonna think of Allan.
Oh wow, where do you begin with Mr. Allan? When I first got here, he was just so welcoming, especially coming into the community of West Bend as an African-American clergy woman and being the pastor of this historic church here. He just opened up, as I said, the love and care and hospitality to make me feel welcome. And then finding out that I was Navy just really opened up a whole lot more for us as we could talk that conversation, and being, World War II veteran and me in the journey, and being part of the opening up of doors for African Americans and especially women, you know, from that era that allowed us to start serving and being a naval officer. I mean, it just was really great. And he just taught us a lot about hospitality. I mean, what I preached in there is truly what he was about how to care for the community in which we serve and take care of those on the margin, take care of those that don't have. He set that example for us, and that's something we're going to hopefully continue to live into and hopefully be better at, because he challenged us to do that and to just be caring and beloved community of West Bend.